Can one level 6 P.E.K.K.A 2-star a Town Hall 11? The answer might surprise you. Welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans, or if it's your first time here, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Yes, the brand new update is just about to drop, all sorts of new defense levels and troop levels, so we're going to test them out. Now, we'll get to the one P.E.K.K.A 2-star attempts in a little bit, but right here we are trying, well, this is like Bowler Witch with some P.E.K.K.As mixed in. So the same basic fundamental strategy of an attack where you're using bowlers and witches, but we threw in a few of these brand new level 6 P.E.K.K.As in the mix. Now, of course, later on, it will just be one, I promise you, against a Town Hall 11. But for now, we just thought we would see how we would do against the newly upgraded, well, all of those defenses. You see the cannons in there, the archer towers, and of course the inferno towers. And quickly, we've got 1 star for the Town Hall, 2nd star on its way. At the bottom of the screen, as usual, the Archer Queen has gone around and found her own path. She's got to find her own way. You know how it is. Okay, so down the middle, of course, the Barbarian King and the Grand Warden finding some male bonding time together. We lost the last P.E.K.K.A, so it's just a boys club in there. Nothing but swords and staffs. But at the bottom of your screen, a couple of witches remain and the Archer Queen working their way around. We grabbed the 2nd star. The Barbarian King did manage to use that jump spell that I dropped a little bit early, and he grabbed, well, it looks like maybe just 2 more structures because of the jump spell right there. So they didn't really last long enough for anybody else to use it but the Barb King. But it worked out pretty well, and here we are at 2/3 damage with the Archer Queen still up. Now, there are a lot of defenses just out of the range of the camera right here, so it doesn't look great for a 2-star, but as we pass 70% damage, you can see that things have gone pretty well with this attack. Those P.E.K.K.As, when they're focused, when they drill right down the center into the core, they definitely can do a massive amount of damage in a very short period of time. We didn't even try out the brand new wizards. The P.E.K.K.A's doing a great job right there. And as you can see, just about 80% damage. Had to use the Archer Queen's ability. We've got the Grand Warden pretty healthy, but he's not going to do a lot on his own after we lose our Archer Queen. And she is just about out of here. The Wizard Tower is going to finish off the last of the witches and skeletons. So the unfortunate splash stops the rest of this attack, and the Grand Warden gets us to 83%. So not a bad attack. Oh, wait. We've got archers. We've got archers. Okay, so we're going to... and skeletons. There were some skeletons left on the far right side of this base. So we're going to grab a few extra percentage points off of Galadon here. And Loserville is going to wrap up this attack with a solid nearly 90% 2-star. Looks like it's going to be 87%. Maybe one more. Could it be 88? Could that be 89? Let's see. Maybe. Gonna happen. There it is. 89%. So solid. Only a few structures away from a 3-star with a pretty rough attempt. 5 P.E.K.K.As, you guys. 5 P.E.K.K.As and 6 witches in that attack. All right, next up, we are testing spam dragons. Now, really not any strategy to this. I just thought I would see what would happen if we brought nothing but dragons. So 6 rage spells, nothing but dragons, no fill troops in the CC. Just going to see what these dragons can do. These brand new buffed dragons. See if that works out or not. Obviously, they're doing okay getting in towards the core right there. The rage spells are really, well, they're all the rage right now. No, they're so important, the placement, and I get a little bit sloppy in the center here. You can see I'm going to overlap a couple of these rage spells, or yeah, a couple of them overlapped, and then we've got one left. Going to go ahead and use it on the remaining 4 dragons around the outside, and that is going to help us grab the 1st star for 50%. Now, of course, nobody would ever do this. Bring dragons and absolutely no support for the heroes. No wall breakers, nothing. And so it's going to be up to my king and queen to see if they can't drill through several of these high-level walls. And it looks like because we let the dragons wrap around the bottom of the screen there, well, okay, so yes, they're going to join together on the same wall, so that's a good sign. But will they go around to the right after that gold mine, or will the Archer Queen come into the left? Now, you can tell if she targets the CC, she should go after the Town Hall next. Or maybe that elixir storage. Here we go. So, okay, King is on the wall, so that's a good sign. She is on the CC. She probably, I'm guessing, will go after the elixir storage next. And then, hopefully... No, don't go over there. All right, she's not going to come back, is she? No, she's going around. Okay, but the Barb King. The Barb King has got his ability in pocket. He is ready to go. Off to the right is the Archer Queen, and it looks like we're about to lose the Warden. Barb King through the wall. This is going to be close. Giant Bomb takes out all the barbs. Most of the barbs. Inferno Tower, Mortar, Expos, all over the place. Come on. Oh, look at that. No. Oh, okay. Just for a minute, it looked like that wasn't going to happen. And we grabbed the second star, and surprisingly, over 70% damage dropping the poison spell. And so 72% damage. And once again, we're not done. Okay, so we've got the Grand Warden, and we'll go ahead and let's fast forward through the rest of this. And it's going to be 74% with the Grand Warden and spam dragons. But here's the moment you've been waiting for. Yes, it's our attempt at one P.E.K.K.A 2 stars. Now, you guys have to realize, of course, any normally designed Town Hall 11 base is going to put a quick end to a solo level 6 P.E.K.K.A. So we had to come up with some, well, unusual base designs here for these friendly challenges. And we're going to fast forward through the first couple of attempts because, well, things didn't quite go as planned. Now, of course, a mixture of haste spells and rage spells seemed to be a good idea, and the walls to make sure that the P.E.K.K.A would at least follow instructions more or less. But as you can see, time is a factor, and we're going to run out of time. Now, I've saved the higher hit point structures out of the way, so we don't need to get to any of the defenses or any of the storages in order to get the second star, but we are going to run out of time right here. Final seconds. 44%. Okay, so we try it again. This time we moved it to 13 haste spells. So no rage, just 13 haste spells, you guys, and a couple of minor changes to the arrangement of the buildings. Now, of course, there are some defenses in there, but nothing that would fire on our friendly female P.E.K.K.A there. So she's not going to suffer any damage as she works her way through. And although it's going to be close, one more time she rounds the final corner on her way. Maybe I could have done a little bit better with the haste spells. We've got just 2 left. You can see down to the final 45 seconds, crossing over 40%. And one more time, it's not going to happen. She turns to the higher hit point structures now, and we're looking for something else that maybe we could put in her way. She obviously is going to get stuck on that storage. So here we've got mortars. So we move the mortars in, and they're first, so they won't take her down, but at the same time, the mortars are lower hit point structures than the storages were. So the thought was fewer hit points to take out. She's got a chance. She's going to grab the second star. And then she does this. Really? Really? Well, what? Why? Why? Why, Miss P.E.K.K.A? Why you do that? All right, so that was a failed attempt, but we go back to the drawing board. We're not done yet. And we're going to try this one more time. Now, we'll fast forward through this again. This was another failed attempt. We came pretty close. You can see final seconds, just not quite going to happen. But every single time I feel like we're getting closer. So yes, our final attempt, we got rid of the walls, lumped all of the buildings together, and I know you guys were probably screaming this. A few of you probably already ran down to the comments to yell at me, to tell me to do that. Saving time and, of course, letting the spells take effect for longer because they're going to cover more buildings than just a single file row of buildings. So this time we did bring a couple of rage spells, the thought being that the rage spells will be activated when the P.E.K.K.A is facing the higher hit point structures, like the mortars and the dark elixir drills, maybe. So we see what happens here. Now, she doesn't really follow the pattern that I had intended, and that I figured she would just kind of swipe everything down from left to right. And you see that she's wandering almost randomly, and she leaves 2 of the mortars up. But again, the spells are working out really well right here because they're surrounding 4 to 6 structures instead of just 2 or 3. So I'm hoping that this is going to make the difference as we work our way through the friendly challenge troll base of Galadon. So only 16% damage right here, but we've got 7 haste spells left. I dropped the last rage right here. Looks like it's going to work out pretty well. Some of these buildings she will one-shot because of the rage spell. As you can see, no defenses in range. Now, obviously, we've got stuff left behind, so Did we defeat the purpose of moving the walls because she's going to have to go back to the left? Well, if you look at the time, we're just about down to 1:30, and she's just crossed 25%. It looks like she's on pace to get the job done. 1:27 left, 27% damage, 6 haste spells remaining. The only problem is these final structures she's going to have to travel, and that's where I'm hoping these key haste spells will work out. Now, this haste spell was beautiful right here. Look at her go through about 7 different structures under a single haste spell, and I realized that we are absolutely going to need the haste spells to get her to span the distance between the final structures. So under a minute left, 35%. Can one level 6 P.E.K.K.A 2-star at Town Hall 11? She's on her way to the camps. There we go. Another haste spell down. That'll get her through that camp. And watch the way this haste spell works. She will use it all the way over to the gold mine. So that's just beautiful right there. That one a little bit early, but she's going to one-shot the camps. On to the next camp. 41% damage, 42%, 2 haste spells left, 32 seconds on the clock. Getting through those last mortars, taking some damage, about 50% damage though, no problem there, surviving the damage. Last of the 2 haste spells, and it looks like, yes, we've got a swag haste spell. We swagged the last haste spell because with 15 seconds left, low hit point structures are left, 47, 48%, 10 seconds left, 2 structures. She is going to do it right there. The answer is yes. One P.E.K.K.A can 2-star a Town Hall 11, even though it took about 10 attempts. All right, so I hope you guys are excited for the update. I tried a few other spam attacks. We will show those in future episodes. Looks like it's going to definitely shake things up just a bit. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. Make sure you subscribe, turn on those notifications, get ready for a big old update. I love you guys. You're the hashtag GalaFam. Have a fantastic day. Appreciate every moment, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, I appreciate every moment you're not talking.